Elesin Oba, the King's Horseman, was a very long movie. Oh my god! This is Movie O'Clock. My name is Esther Elo. I review top trending movies for film fans like you. Old subscribers, thank you and welcome back. If you are new here, be my guest. A film fan, then smash the subscribe button, jingle the notification bell so you get notified in real time. Shout out to Martins, one of my film fans. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, before I go, before I talk about the movie, I just want to let you know that I give out free 1 month subscription, Netflix subscription to one of my film fans. So stick around to the end to know how to go about it. Elesin Oba, translated as the King Horseman. Let's get started. The king has just died, and as tradition demands, Elesin Oba, the King's Horseman, must perform ritual suicide so that the king may gain unhindered passage into the land of the gods and prevent calamities from befalling the community. However, Elesin Oba's sexual appetite caused him to shirk in his duty, followed by a confrontation with the British with devastating consequences.
Some strange custom they have. Because the king is dead, some important chief has to commit suicide.
You should have kept me informed.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you Elesin Oba, the King's Horseman. Okay, so this movie was first of a stage play written by our very own Nobel laureate, Wale Soyinka, and it was adapted into a movie by the late B. Bandele, who also happened to be the director of the movie. Rest in perfect peace. So, yeah, what's the noise about Elesin Oba? Was it worth it? Was it worth the 1 hour 30 minutes? Well, I said it was long, yeah. It wasn't like it's long. I mean, we've seen movies of 2 hours, 3 hours, but this one was long because it was draggy. Okay, I said it. I do want to start off with this, but yeah, it was draggy. At some point, I was on Instagram, and then I was just scrolling. I was just, watching people's posts and reading comments. And at some point, I'm like, God, can this movie finish already? Not because it's not entertaining. I mean, if you are someone who likes lot of songs, okay, if you're somebody who likes traditional movies, culture, orchestra, and you want to see fine faces, Elesin Oba is definitely one you should see. Let's talk first about, before I talk about the storyline, yeah, the movie starred Odunlade Adekola, Shafti Bello, Brimo, Jenny Stead, and Mark Elderkin, and a host of other Nollywood actors. Let's talk about the picture quality. Check, this was great. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything less from Ebony Live Studios. Nothing extraordinary, but everything was just for the picture shots, cinematography, everything was just perfect for the movie, right? Now let's talk about the sound. Oh my god, I love the sound. And someone like me who is used to stage play, who also did a lot of stage play while in school, I was like, I want to be in this movie because of the orchestra, the sound, and the song. And thank God for the choice of the director or producer, Brimo. If you are very used to Brimo's song, Brimo gives life to the room, and Brimo makes you go into, I don't know, I wouldn't call it trance, but Brimo's voice and song is very melancholy, so it makes you start thinking about how life should be, how it kind of, Brimo's song kind of resets your brain. It gives your soul expression. It gives you meaning. The costume was great. Especially the market scene. I was seeing Adire. I was like, yeah. I mean, people were literally wearing the same pattern, not necessarily the same pattern, different colors too, of Adire. And see, I did a lot of stage plays in school, and I was like, I want to be here. I just want to be inside the movie. The settings too was great. Nothing spectacular, like I said, but I think I would give it to Ebony Live for this British policeman. I mean, I like their costume. Then I like the set. I like the set of the villager set. Right. Let's talk about the acting. Okay, Odunlade Adekola is the star actor. Like, he played the King Horseman, Elesin Oba, and I was a bit disappointed because, I mean, okay, I guess we all judge movies based on the hype it gets or it gives before the movie comes out, right? So I was a bit disappointed because I felt like, okay, this movie is going to be way different from what Odunlade Adekola has been doing, right? I mean, we all know him as a comic, like he plays more of comic characters, and he could not just hide that comic characters he always acts. Like, I don't think there was a part of this character, his role, that requires comedy or something, but every gesture was geared towards making you laugh, even if it's not funny, right? I was literally disappointed, all true. I love his beards, the white beards. I don't think it was so necessary, but I mean, it's artistic choice, so they have the artistic license. So yeah, and I was also disappointed at his dialect. It was supposed to be a chief of a very typical Yoruba community, and his dialect was different from that of Iyaloja. And talking about Iyaloja was played by Shafti Bello, and oh my god, she did kill it. Yes, she did. I think she was like my favorite character in the movie, not because she had some special assignment or some special thing, but she gave the movie, like, she gave the soul of that movie. She gave that movie a soul. And let's talk about Brimo. Oh my god. Brimo, where have you been? Sorry, I'm screaming. Where have you been all my life? Because, bro, I mean, we all know Brimo as the artist, the singer. And, I mean, this is my first time seeing him act a movie. And as an actor, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll judge him 10 because he literally, I was so thrilled by his acting. I was literally looking forward to his scenes because, it was as if he has been doing it all his life, and I really want to see more of Brimo on the screen, not only as a singer but also as an actor. Yeah, so kudos to Brimo. I want to talk about Jenny Stead and Mark Elderkin, the white Mark Elderkin played Pilkins in the movie, and Pilkins or Simon, and they weren't given enough expression. Like, their expressions were very rigid from the beginning of the movie to the end. Like, I wasn't seeing it. Like, I expected a lot from them. The storyline was pretty much interesting. If you're very familiar with the Yoruba settings, there's something called there is someone called Abobaku. Abobaku is like the right-hand man of the king, right? So if the king should die, just be preparing your own death too as an Abobaku. I can't give the literal meaning, but Abobaku, let me try. Abobaku is like someone that shall dies with the king. You're like, everywhere the king goes, you go. So if the king should go to the afterlife, you will follow, right? So that's the same story with Elesin Oba. Elesin Oba is like the king's right-hand man, and he's supposed to, after when the king dies, he's supposed to perform a ritual suicide, right? So where he dies, and the idea of dying is to give the king rest in the afterlife, like among the gods and all that stuff. Do you get? And if the king finds rest, I mean, the community, no calamity and whatsoever will befall them. But if the king doesn't find rest in the afterlife, it will bring dishonor to the community, calamity, and all of those stories, right? So the storyline was something very unique and I love the fact that it's an African story. It's a culture. It's something that is, that we are used to. I mean, the Yorubas now. So it's enough story to tell. But the plot of this movie, oh my god. I waited to the end of this video to talk about the plot of the movie. Like, I was expecting a lot. Understandably, this movie was a stage play written by Wole Soyinka, and I think the screenwriter didn't want to deviate from the actual story, the original story. It's fine if you don't want to, but you are producing a film, not a stage play. If you wanted to produce another stage play, you could have just sold tickets to us to come to the theater to watch a stage play, because Elesin Oba movie is better off a stage play. Like, I'm taking this personal. Calm down. All right, okay. The movie is better off a stage play because a lot of things were very redundant. Even the dialogue was more of a stage play. Okay, the plot was weak because I didn't really see anything like there was to back my analysis here. There was a scene where, no spoiler, I promise. There was a scene where Odunlade, right, cited. Okay, apparently, the storyline, the King Horseman could not really fulfill this his mission as a King Horseman because of his sexual appetite, right? So yeah, his supposedly last day on Earth, he saw this beautiful maiden, and we already, from the camera, the expression, we already knew you love her and you want her, even if you're not even supposed to go there. She's not even supposed to be, she's supposed to be off your hook, but you want her. Now, the next scene after that scene, the second scene after that scene, it was still on how Odunlade wants the lady. The third scene after that was how Odunlade wants the lady. That's still the conversation. The fourth scene was still how, like, there were legit five. I saw this movie twice. I saw the movie twice, and I was counting. There were legit 5 scenes talking about the same thing without, like, nothing was improving. The story, the plots, the storyline was not improving. Or, when you're seeing the same thing in different scenes, it's either the story is getting worse or it's getting resolved or something. The same thing. But didn't do well with the plot of this movie. I would struggle, ladies and gentlemen, to give Elesin Oba, the King Horseman, a 3-star rating. If you've seen the video to this point, make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what your take is about the movie or about the review. Also, I'll be shouting out to the first person to drop a comment under this video, and also I'll be giving out 1 month free Netflix subscription to one of my film fans. So if you want one, you know what it is, just drop a comment, #filmfan, #movie o'clock. This is Movie O'Clock. My name is Esther Edo, foreign hanging out with you guys. See you in the next video.